Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you're new, my name is Autumn. I have been doing this since my girls were babies, but for now, at this point, we are following our homeschooling journey on this channel. If you look way back, you'll find the baby toddler stuff. But right now it's a lot of homeschool and travel. I basically just record what we are doing. And at this stage of our lives, the big things that are happening are generally around homeschool, getting this house making this house a home, I guess you would call it. We've been in this house for almost a year now, and just the travel in between it all. So if you like those kind of videos, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of the future uploads. Today's video is going to be a haul. Now, I would say that most of this stuff has been purchased recently, but a while back I had done like a little mini haul in one of my videos of some of the art stuff we got, and then the rest of the art stuff came later, so I did include that in this just because I didn't show it previously. But this is mostly art and mostly science. I'm going to start with some of the things that are not related to that at all. So the first thing is this new game that we got, Spell Checked, or Spelled. When I read this, I see spell checked. Is that what you get when you read that? Because to me that says spell checked. But this is described as a fun way to help students practice and improve their spelling. This game is filled with all kinds of words to spell, from common, simpler words to words that are even challenging for adults to spell. This means that young spellers can play the game together with adults or older siblings, and everyone has a chance to win. So when I did look through this game, there are different levels. So it is color-coded based on that level, it seems. We haven't played it yet. I've only just looked through it to see how it works. So for example, this color here that is turquoise, some of the words that are included in here are, and this is the back, like, I'm guessing that this is like the harder part, but some of the words would be like aluminum, chihuahua, gazelle, and then if I go toward the front, these cards are the pine. So they are like the lower spelling level, but the words in this would be like bear, hammer, 11. So there are just different levels within this, which is something that I like. If you are new to my channel, then you haven't heard me say it before, but if you've been around here, I love games that grow with us. So that is my favorite thing, to be able to have games that can address different levels, different stages. I love that. So when looking at the cards, if the player can correctly identify the image in the photo, they receive 1 point. To help players identify the image, the first letter of the word is shown at the top. If the player can correctly spell the word, they receive the number of points listed on the front of the card, and their turn is over. So if the player cannot correctly spell the word, the spell checker, so the check is there. I am reading it right, spell checker. The spell checker shows the back of the card. If the player can determine the correct spelling, so let me explain that. The back of the card, so this is the front. So you would have bear and you would try to spell it. But if you were unable to spell it with just the picture, then you would turn the card over, and there are some options. So you are choosing the correct spelling. So I really like that. I love that there is an opportunity, because as a kid, you might not be able to actually remember exactly how to spell it, but you've come across the word, you've seen it. So looking at something like this in the like multiple choice kind of way, you can kind of choose the spelling that you believe that it should be or that you've seen. So I think this is going to be a really fun game. Obviously not for Emmy, who is 4, but I think this will be a really good one for Alani. It does say 8+, but I do think that she will still be okay with the like beginner level of these spelling words. So this is one that we have not played yet, but I am excited for. Another thing that I recently got is this sentence search. So Alani doesn't exactly love writing. It does not thrill her. So I like to have some fun ways to address some of those things that maybe are not her favorite. And I thought that this would be a fun way to do it. I've opened it up, I've looked at it. This is another thing that we haven't used, but some things I do want to mention. I pulled out some of the tiles. So when it comes to starting the sentence, at least if you were going to really do this and look at like the capital letters versus the lowercase letters for starting a sentence, there are some letters like this that have the option so that it can be in the beginning or it could be in the middle, depending on where you're using it. So obviously the capital letter if you were using it at the beginning, and then you would be using the lowercase if not. So they have that for it. They have that for my, and I think that is it. Yeah, that is it. They have another one that is she, he, and that one's capitalized. And they, I, a, obviously I, this. Those are the ones that I found that had a capital letter. And the as well. The has two separate ones. It's not like it where it's split. The is a capital letter the, and then a separate tile for a lowercase letter the. And then when it comes to punctuation, they have a period and they have a question mark. So according to this, the sentence builders are the ones that are on these plain tiles. And then the color-coded tiles, they have yellow for nouns, purple for adjectives, green for verbs, this like pink magenta color for prepositions, a turquoise color for pronouns, and then a blue color for adverbs. But it says there are 140 plus words, and there are definitely a lot. When I looked through them, the sentence starters, the ones that I showed you, those are the only ones that are wood. And then the rest of them are what I would think of for like a flashcard, like a thick flashcard. But yeah, so those are the words that are like this then. But I mean, you can see I have a lot in my hand as I'm dropping them, but there's even more in this bag. So there are definitely a lot of words. I think Eleni will enjoy these. I think this will be fun. And obviously she's going to be still practicing with her writing, but I think this will be a way for us to practice sentences without having to constantly be writing. All right, this next one I'm really excited about because I saw it like over the summer, but I didn't want to spend the back to school pricing on it. And I was at Target for, I think, shirts, and I decided to see what was in the clearance section, and they were 50% off. So look at this Trapper Keeper. I really wish they had other options. Like, I like this is fine, but I'm saying I wish they had more patterns or colors or whatever. But I was so excited to get this. I don't know that we'll use it this year, but I was just really excited that it was on sale. So I got that. And again, this is why I wish that they had more than one pattern, because this is two of the same one. But what I like about this is it has the pocket. It has folders. Obviously, you could put loose leaf paper. But then it also has a clipboard inside. And if you are new to my channel, we love a clipboard. So I would say that this is a pretty soft material. So if my daughters were using this as a clipboard, I would probably put a really thick paper here so that it wasn't just writing onto this and then like, you know, making the indents and everything like that. But yes, I got really excited when I was looking online. I had seen these, but they just really got me with the clipboard. And again, super happy that they are 50% off. This is not what I went to Target for, as I said, so I'm just super excited that I found it. This was actually not at Target. I ordered this and the pens at Amazon just because I needed a few more, but these are the markers. I believe they're markers. Yeah, erasable marker pens. So these are the marker ones. And then again, I had gotten pens, but I'm keeping those ones downstairs. I had realized that I had ones upstairs here and then I didn't have ones downstairs. Sometimes I'm using my planner upstairs. Sometimes I'm using my planner downstairs. And I don't really like carrying around like a pencil case or a stationary thing, like, because then that's upstairs or that's downstairs. So since I do have the two separate spaces, it is nicer to just have one set of things downstairs and one set of things upstairs. But these are new for me. I actually haven't used the markers before, but I figured I'd give them a try. Speaking of markers, I grabbed these Sharpies. I have a ton of Sharpies. I just haven't found them since we moved. I have no idea where they are. We are not fully unpacked, but we have unpacked most of the stuff. So I'm not sure where my Sharpies are. I know that because I bought these, I will find them. That's exactly what happened to the, I don't know what it's called, but it's a thing that plugs into my computer, so into my MacBook, so I can plug other things in. I lost that. It was gone. The week, like within a week of buying a new one, because I've held off for a long time because Evan has one and I just used his this whole time. Within a week of me purchasing a new one, I found mine. As I said, we've almost been in this house a year. So for almost a year, I have been missing this. And within a week of buying a new one, I found it. That is just how things go. And I'm pretty sure I will find my markers now that I've purchased these. But these were 50% off, so I am okay with that. I wanted to just have some new Sharpies. I normally write the LA binder for pinwheels with Alani and Emmy. Now, I normally write in my, I think they're called Mr. Sketch, the like smelly markers, but some of those are drying out and I just didn't feel like buying more of those. And so I figured I could use these. And then also 50% off, I got these Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. I don't know if I will keep these or if these will be like a future gift for Alani. We will see. But I just love the colors. This has 10 of them, so I know she would love this. Again, though, this might be mine. And I didn't necessarily need a folder, but this was $1.12, and I thought it matched my planner, or at least coordinated well with my planner. Where is my planner? So it's not exactly the same, but I thought these coordinated so nicely. And so I felt that I just needed this because it kind of just matched my planner. All right, so moving on to the art stuff, I had ordered a bunch of things for future art projects. We are using Outside the Box Creations, and I've been kind of just like downloading and saving the files for just future use. I just wanted to get settled and everything. I think now that we are going to be like taking our week break and then coming back anew, I think that'll be when we start our art. Maybe that first or second week when we are back to doing everything. But these are the things that we got. So I have this embroidery hoop. There's actually 2 of them here. Oh, I forgot about this. This is unrelated, but I bought little stickers because stickers are always such great motivation. These ones have different animals on them. This was actually a 2-pack. The other pack is already downstairs because we started using it. This is a big old thing of foam in lots of different colors, as you can see. These are watercolor postcards, which I am really excited for when we use these because I think that is going to be so much fun to send out to family, like to design the postcard and then send it out to people. I think my girls will absolutely love that. Then some needles that are kid safe, as well as this plastic mesh. And then this is gonna be way more than we need for the actual art project, but I just know my girls will love this. This is color diffusing paper. So again, they are gonna have so much fun with these things. They've seen them, they've been asking to use them. We will start art soon. All right, so this next box is all the stuff that I got from Safari Limited, which I'm pretty sure that's what LTD is for. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I love their things. We have so much fun. A lot of times we're getting these like little tubes. We have the farm one, some sort of baby animals one. I think, I can't remember, but we have a lot. Like we have like a case of just all of the animals. So I'm excited to add to that, but I didn't get a lot of animals. I did get very specific with what I got, which was backyard birds. My girls absolutely love birds, so I know they're going to be excited about this one. We're probably gonna open this up today because when I am filming this, it's the day before we are going to the John James Audubon Center. We are lucky enough to live right near the Millgrove location, which is the house that John James Audubon lived in. So my area is like a big bird loving area and it is so cool. But this is just something that I know my girls are gonna really enjoy, and it'll be good to kind of like look through this kind of stuff ahead of going and learning more at the center. I'm gonna try to vlog while we do that and have that video up as well. I got this guessing game. It is called I See the Animal, a game of characteristics. We have something kind of like this, the Guess in 10 game, but I thought that this would be fun as well. It says place the animal tokens face up and the characteristic side in the characteristic cards in a pile face down. Turn over a characteristic card, and then all players rush to grab the animal tokens that match the characteristic. So instead of guessing an animal based on the characteristic, you are looking at the different characteristics and you are grabbing the tokens of animals that match that. I think that's really cool because they can see comparisons between maybe some completely different animals. They might be completely different, but these are some similar characteristics. Another game that we have that goes off of animal characteristics is Guess Who Junior. I'm pretty sure that's what the game is called. And the Guess Who, it's all animals. So you get a clue and then you put your token on the animal. And that's another one where you kind of see, oh, okay, there are a few different animals that have spots, or a few different animals that live in water and are also gray. So I love this kind of stuff. My girls love this kind of stuff. We're an animal loving family, but we are also a game loving family. So this kind of stuff is really fun. And I don't think I mentioned it, but I use my homeschool discount for Safari Limited. I get I think it's 30% off every single time. And that is just so easy for me. I believe I had verified it using my HSLDA teacher card or something. I honestly can't remember because it was so long ago that I did it. I've had it for years, but I always use the discount. It makes it so much more worth it. Another thing I grabbed is this 3D cardboard model kit. So this is another thing that's going to be for Alani. It is a Mandarin duck. Both of my girls love all things colorful, but this is something that just would be a little more difficult for Emmy, so this would be for Alani. And there's also this fossil dig. Emmy doesn't have the patience for these. We have tried them before with her. So it might seem like Alani's getting a lot of things, but I like to squirrel things away for Christmas or little baskets that we do. So this is something that is easy enough to go inside. I think it was maybe $3. And with all the fun animals we have, I thought it would be cool to add a bald eagle to our collection. So in this bag, there is a little bald eagle. Well, not too little. He's bigger than these guys, but some of the animals that you can get are a larger version. And this is one of the larger version. It's not like this size. And these can come in different sizes as well, because we have some really little animals that are much smaller than these birds. I feel like my lighting is getting crazy because a storm is coming. I purposefully bought these two things together. So this is the life cycle of a frog. My girls really love the butterfly one we have that came with our caterpillar kit that we got from, I'm forgetting the company. I literally can't remember it right now, but I'm gonna put it on the screen, or I'll just randomly say it at some point during this video. But they love the butterfly life cycle figures that came with that. And so I got this frog one, as well as this American Museum of Natural History Tadpole to Frog book. This is a board book, but I think it is just really cool how it has the flip. So for stuff like that, I don't mind it being a board book because I want it to be sturdy. I don't want my girls ripping it. I was going back and forth between this guy and the marbles. So the difference was that I saw that this is a collection of 10 real insects. The marbles had insects, but it also had spiders. So that was, I was going back and forth on that. This doesn't have any spiders, but I do like that it came with the magnifying glass and the little guide. And I don't know, I kind of like that I liked the marble pieces, to be honest. I just thought that was fun and a little bit different, but I do also think that the tiles are fine. I don't know, maybe I'll end up getting the marbles too someday, but I thought this was a fun kit. I know that my girls will enjoy this. I think at first they'll be like, ew, why did you get this? Not Emmy. Emmy will love this. Alani might take a little bit to warm up to it. And then I actually have two of these in my, in my own behind the camera. I have cabinets that I'm pointing to, but that I store things in, but just as a free with purchase, if you spent a certain amount of money, I ended up getting another one of these. I didn't necessarily need it, but I wasn't going to say no to it. I will definitely find use for it. So I think this will be cool. I can put a lot of, this will be the girls one. So I can put a lot of their stuff in, just maybe even the bug tiles and the butterfly figures that I was talking about and the frog figures, stuff like that. So I think this will actually come in handy. Again, hadn't planned on getting it. I just was checking out and I was like, what is that in my cart? I didn't pick that, but it was free. So I was all right with it. That is going to be it for this video though. That is what I have accumulated and I'm really excited. I know the girls are gonna love, especially the science stuff. they're gonna be really excited about that. If you like videos like these, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And as always, thank you so much for your support. It has been really cool, especially when people comment and I get to have like little conversations with everyone, because I haven't exactly found my in-person homeschool community, but I really do feel like I have found my online homeschool community. That has just felt really nice. And so again, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.